All right. Check. Check, check, check. All right. Let's see there. Let's see. All right, yeah, that was the suspicious activity yesterday. Let's see. Oh, all right. All right, all right, all right, everybody. All right, all right, all right. Hopefully everybody had a good night's sleep. I know I did. I'm going to tweet this out real quick. Go ahead and share this on the internet. Alrighty. And what happened yesterday, as I got everything set up, the computer told me that I had too many cookies and it would not allow me to start streaming. So, and I saw there were 7 or 8 people here. I got some questions and everything. So, and yeah, we'll go ahead and this podcast this is a PORCHLYtE podcast early in the morning. So I got it fixed last night about 11 o'clock, but by then I was just like, I'm going to bed. So you know, it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is. But first things first, I want to say I need to apologize for that last night, but that is what happened. I don't know what a cookie is, but apparently my computer ate too many cookies and it needed to get rid of some of them. So I had to go and figure out how to do that. And by the time I did that, it was 11 and I was like, I'm going to bed. So I reset everything and I had everything just set up so that when I got up and kind of got going, I could just come in here and hit start. And that's what I did. Again, I hit start. I hit, you know, so I'll do it. This is a PORCHLYTE. I know it says that, but technically it's going to be longer than that. I'll probably go to a little bit after 9, maybe close to 10, because I do have some things I'm going to go up to my local store and go check some things out. I've been looking at getting a RGB fan. I want to see how much somebody will charge me to put that in. I'll see how much Geek Squad charges to put that fan in. And I'm looking at getting a new CPU for the computer today, possibly. And also I'm going to go put I need to find at least 2 more people that will either be on the PlayStation or on PC for the because I want to play the Division Part 2. So does anybody want to just hit me up on Twitter, just inbox me if you think you're going to get the Division 2 either on PC or on PlayStation so that we can all run through that. And so, because Anthem just is not a good game. I almost bought Anthem yesterday. Shout out to DJ Trump for getting my tax return back to me on Wednesday. Wow, I filed it on, let me change my calendar here. I filed my taxes on February 19th, and I got them back February 27th. So, yeah, that was a wow moment right there. All right. But let me sit down. We'll get started here. As you know, a big shout out to Lincoln Clay. If you all didn't know, he got his Oculus working. And I just got a lot of PC stuff to do today. I found a good tutorial video for OBS. So I'm going to try to do some OBS stuff later today. I'm also going to be on PlayStation streaming either Witcher 3 or Horizon Zero Dawn, I don't know. I mean, I may do the VR and play a little Gran Turismo. So I'm off today, so I've got some gaming plans. I need to finish Mass Effect on PC because I bought all the DLC for Mass Effect 2. So I mean, I bought all of it. The Project Overlord, I bought all of that. So I need to make sure that's working okay. I may go ahead and order a new joystick today from Amazon. So I just got a lot of stuff to do. So, but all right then, guys, let's go ahead and get into it here. I'm going to talk about the future of the Xbox, okay? And there's some questions I think people had asked on the Twitter machine. But if you can, if you're watching, go ahead and repost your questions, and then I'll get to them. But first, I'll do some general house cleaning here. PlayStation has announced its games for March, and this comes courtesy of Push Square. And the March 19, I don't know when we can get these games. I don't think it says. But Modern Warfare Remaster and The Witness. Now, Modern Warfare is my favorite Call of Duty game. And I like the one they did where they were in space. Forgot the name of that one. But that one was fun too. But this one, I highly recommend if you've never played Call of Duty, play this campaign. This is one of the best Call of Duty campaigns you can play. And this is what hooked me on Call of Duty. And, of course, Call of Duty 2. They ruined it. They had a 4-hour or 5-hour campaign, and they concentrated more on multiplayer. Modern Warfare 3, it was a little bit better balanced. And because of that balance, Modern Warfare 3 is up there too. These are the games. You got The Witness, and you've got Modern Warfare Remaster. Now, again, I don't know when. I don't think this article says when we can get them, but but everybody's ready to play Modern Warfare Remastered. So, and again, I recommend it. Now, last month it was Hitman, which I missed out on, but I had already beaten that Hitman game. But I haven't played Modern Warfare since I don't know, the 360 days. So I may get down on that. I'm not going to play the multiplayer. Do not ask me to play the multiplayer. I will play the campaign. I may stream that campaign too. So I may do that later today. But shout out to Bill for getting that for us. You know, that was from our friends at Push Square. At Push Square. Let's see here. PS4 news. We'll talk about some technology here that may be in the PS5. Okay, now here's an update. I didn't know this update had happened. Let's see here. All right, looks like Anthem is going to get. I'll share my screen here. This will help. This will help me with Anthem. Let me. Anthem apparently is going to get an HDR update. So, which is good. Okay, which is good. So it says current and future update plans on Reddit. So this comes from Reddit, GameSpot. I'm sorry, picked this story up. Says that these includes rewards for completing challenges and HDR support for PS4 and Xbox One. And that's huge. That is huge. I mean, once you see everything go to HDR, you are not going to want to go back. And it's like they say, when you go black, you don't go back. So you just do not want to. So also over here, Aquaman 2 has been confirmed. No release date yet. Resident Evil 2 has shipped 4 million copies. I think that's great for that game. So shout out to everybody that's played that game. So Red Dead Redemption, the prequel, Red Dead, whatever you want to call it, Red Dead 2, whatever the hell that game is, the online is failing spectacularly. Okay, it's a spectacular failure online. So this, so you know. But see, I can't think of the name of that thing. Let's see. I wanted to show you all some. Let's see here. there was some type of new shading technology that may be deployed in the new Xbox and the new PlayStation. It was, I can't remember the name of it. Shit fire. Oh, let me. Oh, wait a minute. I can find it though. I can find it. I am pretty good at that. So, variable rate shading. Yeah, let's look up variable rate shading. So, I have no idea what it is. Variable rate shading. Okay. So, we're going to share share the screen. I'll come back and say what up to the chat here. I'm Mr. Share My Screen this morning. So AMD, better known, I call them advanced micro devices, but you all call them by their gangster name, AMD. This is a new patent, and it says could bring NVIDIA's variable rate shading, as we know that is ray tracing, to Navi and other and next gen consoles. Now it says it could bring it, not that it will. Okay, so it's an AMD patent application has been published today detailing its own method of variable rate shading, one of the key non-RTX features of NVIDIA's latest Turing graphics card architecture. Though that the Turing, I think, is the 2070 and 2080. So since the application was filed back in 2017, wow. I mean, wow. That's how old this tech is, guys. And the timing does suggest there's a good chance that this could be part of the upcoming AMD Navi GPU architecture, expected to launch this summer. So variable rate shading, or VRS, is essentially a method for optimizing the amount of work that your graphics silicon has to do at one point. So this is an upgrade. This is a process that sounds like it helps with your graphics. And again, I got to really talk about resolution not being graphics. But I'll talk about that with the future of Xbox. Because the idea being that because huge parts of a scene don't actually change that much from frame to frame, yet the GPU has to start more or less afresh each time, there are potential performance boosts available. So variable rate shading gives GPU the ability to section out a frame and decide what needs fine-grained rendering and which parts don't need to be rendered in full detail. So this is already in practice, but it's just the GPU. All right, when you're playing Horizon Zero Dawn, you can actually see the ants carrying the leaves up the tree, but it doesn't look great. It is, that's what they're doing, but it doesn't, because you don't need to see it. It's kind of like, oh, okay, well, there's ants right there. You can see that they're doing it, but you don't see them that well. So what this will do, and I'm just trying to give you all a baseline comparison, is that you will be able to see the ants doing that a lot better if they deployed this in Horizon 2. So just so you know, says while things like the walls or sky can have a lower shading rate. Now I'm glad this is in here. I'm really glad this is in here because I'm gonna come back to this. This wouldn't really reflect image quality and yet can offer genuine gaming frame rate boost. So yeah, you can turn this down and then it get better FPS. So patent application has surfaced on the Twitter machine and shows that AMD has also been chasing down this new feature. NVIDIA might have gotten there first with this Turing GPU, but hopefully this means it's going to make an appearance in the Navi shader soon. So, and again, they already have something called Radeon Rays that's not as detailed, it's not as good as that. So, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, this stuff is 2 years down the road. 2 years down the road. Good Lord. So 2 years down the road. But all right, let me come back over here to the chat. What is going on there? Jonas Montes, how you doing there, brother? What is happening there? Ma Razi, how you doing there, young man? Or what's that? Okran the Alchemist? That's actually a pretty cool name. I do like that. What up, Grudy and Legend? Sam Ash, what's happening? Mr. Reese, how you doing, sir? Yes, I'm very much alive. I've just been busy. So I'm getting ready for Captain Marvel and trying to get a major YouTuber, comic book YouTuber, to come on to the podcast. So I'm waiting to hear back from her. So yeah, what's going on there? Ice Queen, also known by her gangster name, Dawn. So let's see here. Carly's, how you doing, sir? How you doing? Straight ahead there, straight ahead there. How you doing there, Ann Couture? Been a while for you there, man. Ann Couture, how you doing? Jemiah Dixon. Oh, Jemiah, did you ever find out that question I'd asked you on Twitter? So not feeling this month's free games. Well, fair enough, fair enough. So I understand that. So see the people that are here, what is happening. This is me. How you doing there, sir? How you doing? How you doing? So so yeah. Oh, Pablo the Third, up early this morning, the real P3. What is happening? What is happening, everybody? So shout out to everybody. Yeah, shout out to Foxy Games UK. If you all haven't subbed to his channel, go check him out. Shout out to Big Cloud Gaming, also known as Ryan the Professional. Big shout out to the Titanfall Princess. You know, she's putting in work. You know, shout out to Carlos Fernandez, gamer first, gamer by choice, not by trend. So shout out to everybody on the podcast there on RGT. So Don says you got a haircut and you had some red in your hair yesterday. Oh, all right, Don. Are you getting ready for that concert? I know. Gonna go out there and steal the show with your red hair and short red hair. So yeah, I'm gonna talk about the future of Xbox here. Let's get into the future of Xbox, because this is not, I mean, with the console war's over, Xbox is dead as far as I'm concerned. I recommend, this is just for anybody who wants to play games that Xbox has. If you really want to enjoy those games at the optimum power, you can either wait for Anaconda or you can go ahead and get a PC. And when I mean get a PC, make sure you get, I'm going to, just based on what I'm hearing about the Anaconda, I would go ahead and get, at the bare minimum, a Ryzen 2600 chip. I'll show it. Let's see. Let me see if I can share my screen again here. Let's see. Ryzen 2600 CPU specs. Because what my understanding of this is that, and this is the CPU I'm looking at, but damn, it's 154 at Walmart. I may force Best Buy. It was 154 on Amazon. So let me go to my Amazon account. Okay, so if you're gonna build a computer or buy a computer, here is the I recommend this CPU. Let me share my screen. And I was going to do this. Me and Lincoln Claire are going to do our PC show. But I recommend this CPU. Okay. Now this is just me. Okay. Everybody got to pay the cost to be the boss. Okay. I understand that. This is the AMD Ryzen 5 2600 processor with Ray Stealth cooler. Now, again, I'm not here to tell you what to do with your money, okay? But you cannot deny that price there, and it's hard to. So, and again, it comes with that. Now, see, the cool thing with Amazon is that it tells you what else you can buy with it. So it says it right here. But and this is what I got. This is the GPU. This is the RAM I got right here. So, but again, if you're having issues trying to figure out, oh no, I don't know what matches, what does what, and that's fair enough. That is fair enough. But this is a good start. This is a good start. Now, this memory here is goddamn ridiculous expensive. Okay, it is. But you can go ahead and just put it together. Just go ahead and piecemeal it. And this is 16 because this is 8 and 8. But I recommend, going back to my original statement, if you're going to get the PC, This is what I recommend be your your CPU. You can look this up yourselves. Look at the performance of the 2600. Okay, and because I may go buy this today. I'm keeping it 100% funky. I may go buy this today. So just so you know, and my understanding of the next gen consoles is that they're going to have pretty much identical CPUs. Like they're not, where it's going to stand a little bit apart is on the GPU. But just so you know, all right. So, but once you, like Jemiah Dixon said, once you reach 4K 60, that's it. That's the end of the road at that point. Now, and guess who else said that? Crap Gamer and Mooch. They were like, well, but at the end of the day, okay, so future of Xbox. Xbox is going to come out with 3 devices. Okay? Let's just start right there because this is what everybody wants to know. They're going to come out with 3 devices. One is going to be a streaming box. Okay? So, and their streaming box is coming about because of this device. It's coming, let's see here. Projects. Any from Google. So, yeah, so let me share this right now because this is really, here's why they're doing it. Let's see here. Microsoft is literally trying to, because this is their biggest competitor, okay? And so Google's Project Yeti hardware may be revealed at GDC. So if this is true, then this is why they're doing it. But Project Yeti actually works. Project Yeti has had 5 to 7 games, multi-plat games, okay, that are streaming at 1080p, 60 frames a second in high graphical settings. Now, this is where I got to really start talking about resolution versus graphics. The Xbox community does not understand. They truly do not understand. This is not a bash, okay? They don't understand the difference in resolution and graphics. And again, I cut them some slack on it for the simple fact that I didn't see a gigantic difference until I started playing on PC. Okay, but when you have the ability to look at something and it changes right in front of your face. So just to give you an example, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, it has low graphical setting, high graphical setting. I'm sorry, it has low, medium, high, very high. Then it has ultra, and now there's a new one coming out called Extreme. So there's a new graphic setting called Extreme that's going to be coming out probably in the next 2 years, if it's not here already. Okay, so with the characters, which I assume everybody has played Assassin's Creed, the characters in Assassin's Creed on high graphics, you can see them breathing heavy. You can see them, this is after they fight, you can see the veins and arteries that have been hit while they fight. You can see greater texture in their outfits that they're wearing. It's just, you don't see that on a console. Now, if you drop it down to medium or low settings, it looks like the console. So you don't get to see those things, or they're just not as pronounced. It looks like little bumps and things like that on the character. So, but the resolution is just the resolution. That's just your output. The graphics is something totally different. But apparently the Xbox streaming device, and look, you've got the Anaconda, you got the Lockhart, you got the Maverick. I don't know which one is being assigned to which one. For all I know, the Anaconda is going to be the streaming device, and the Maverick could be the high end. Nobody really knows. These are just names that are being thrown around. But the streaming device is allegedly coming out very soon. Like, it's ready to go. It is ready to go. So they already are testing it. They're stress testing it, and it should be coming out probably right before E3. It should come out. What I was told is that it'll be out before E3, but they may wait. And then we're going to wait for a little bit, okay? Because what Microsoft is doing is taking the companies aren't looking at 1 year, 2 years. Microsoft is looking at 7 to 10 years. They're trying to build a set of consoles to hit market to last 10 years. So while streaming may not be what you see right now, what we all see right now, what Microsoft is banking on is that it's going to be a major future endeavor. And the console is only going to cost about $300. That's what I've been told. So that's their target price is $300. So, what it is that they're trying to phase out the Xbox One S. So all you guys that have the Xbox One S, me included, if you're going to stay in the Xbox family, you may be looking to get rid of your Xbox One S because they're going to up the streaming device is going to be more powerful than the PlayStation Pro, but probably not as powerful as the Xbox X or Scorpio. So it's going to come, I think, so I'm looking at anywhere from 4.6 to 4.8 on the Shitfire, the GPU, the T flop that everybody gets, gets up in arms about. So what they're going to do is that they're going to be combating Google in the streaming device. So, all right. The other two consoles that are coming out, they're going to be more powerful than the consoles that are out now. And I mean the consoles in the Xbox family. So I don't know what it's going to be called. So the next console is going to be native and all that kind of stuff. Let's call that the Lockhart. I guess that's what people are calling it. So, and the Lockhart is going to be anywhere from 6.5 to 7.6 T-flops. Okay. And that's not bad. Okay. That's a pretty good machine that will allow them to play games. What? Because AMD got things to run at 4K native at 30 FPS, and it should be able to lock everything at either 4K 30 or 1440p 60, which I hope Xbox goes for that with their new devices. Please give us an option in your games for 1440p 60 with mid to high graphical settings. But that'll be the next device. That device is going to be for the people who they don't want to pay big ball. Like I said, you got to pay the cost to be the boss. They don't want to be the boss. They're good at a good, 6.5 T-flop machine, 6.5 to 7 over 7 T-flop machine that allows them to still play the games. I mean, they're still going to be able to play the games, but they're playing it at a higher. It's at a higher advancement than a more advanced rate than the streaming, and it's going to be more reliable. It'll still take disk. Okay. And then, of course, the big one is the next step up, which is going to be anywhere from 11 to 12.5 T-flops, 16 gigabytes of RAM. What's the other one? Huge bandwidth, and it's going to have everything. They'll have Dolby. The things that the X has now will automatically transfer over as far as the technologies, the Dolby Atmos, the variable signal. I think they support variable rate, VSS, whatever that damn thing is. Anyway, but you can get monitors to do it. I recommend this to anybody. If you have an Xbox One S or X, try linking that bad boy up to a monitor for just for one gaming session. Play on your monitor. Play on a monitor. And just see what it's like. I want to ask Lincoln Clay because I think he got a monitor. I can't remember. If he got I want to ask him what that's like. But for me, I like playing the Xbox games on my monitor, which is, I say this monitor is 24 inches. And because of the response time. Gears on it, looks clean, crisp. It's like 7-Up, crisp and clean, no caffeine. But at the end of the day, Xbox is going to get out of console making. This is their last generation of consoles, but this covers everything. They cover Now, if people are like, well, this is hard. No, no, no. People got to really understand this. They're going to have streaming covered. Okay. You want to stream your games, which I do. I mean, I've said this on 60 Frames No Lag. I've said it on RGT. I've said it on my podcast. I said it to Next Gen. I said it on Scumcast. Look, streaming is something I'm going to look forward to. All right. When the Yeti comes out, and it's coming, when Google announces what you need to make the thing go, I'm going to make sure I have that at the minimum, because I'm interested in Google's streaming device. It's Google. They don't make shitty products. Now, does that mean they don't make does all their products take to the public? Well, no, but it's not because they're not well made. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference. The Google Home stuff, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. People can't deny that. So the Google TV, that's good stuff. People are enjoying that. So, but I'm trying to really get people to understand this about Xbox. So why did Xbox turn to Nintendo? Let's keep it 100% funky here. And shout out to both J Fonz and Red Dragon. Those guys were raw, no condom. Okay. Xbox did not sell enough units. Let's just call it what it is. This is because the console war is over. It's done. But Xbox did not move enough units. Xbox wants a worldwide footprint for their product. They can't get into Japan at all. Like, it is F you ain't getting in here. So by putting Xbox Live on a Nintendo console, in this case, it's the Switch, it puts them into Japan. Okay. It also creates what is called a natural marketing migration. That's what it's called. So now that these cats they have a Switch, and let's just say they're 9 years old and they're a little guy and they got a Switch. Well, then they get Xbox Live. They don't have to pay for it. So then they are more likely to be successful in Japan because the kids have a Switch with Xbox Live on it. Now here comes an Xbox console. Guess what? They are going to be more likely to buy an Xbox. Okay, they're going to be more likely to go buy it because they already have stuff on it. They already have friends on Xbox Live. And that's where Xbox is really, to me, that's where they screwed up. That's why I said I could give two shits about what, I don't know. I'm not going to go buy something because all my friends have it. There's one game, like I said, The Division Part 2. If somebody wants to get that, I will play because I want to buy that. But I want to make sure that I want to play the game. And once you get like to level 12, the shit gets too hard. And I'm a pretty good guy at those Tom Clancy games. You know, I can hold my own, but I was getting my ass handed to me in those rooms. But it was just too hard, you know. But and, you know, at the end of the day, I don't care what people buy. Like, if Ryan the Professional were to tweet me and say, I'm buying this game, therefore you ought to buy it, I would say to him, F you, F your friends, and F everything else, because I don't do stuff based on what other people do. And it's like, I fully expect him to say the same to me. You know, I ain't be like, oh, look, man, F you, I ain't buying that because you buying it. But the Xbox community, they do. I mean, and Xbox knows that. I think that's been one of the things that actually does drive them to go buy things. To me, I would strangle one of them. Well, I'm going to go buy this because such and such has it. You know, F you. I don't want to buy something because of that, but that's who they are. They've been playing Halo with their something called a clan. Don't get me started on a clan. But I've been playing Halo with the same people for 15 years. I mean, that's the way they talk to each other. You know, I'm serious. I'm not saying that to bash them. This is who they are as people. You know, so at the end of the day, what Xbox is doing is they're creating a natural pathway for people who have the Nintendo, and this helps them stay in business. Okay, they didn't move enough consoles, so this keeps them in business. Number 3, the most important thing is that Xbox is becoming a service outside of the brand of Microsoft. Now, what does that mean? That means what I told you all 6 months ago. Remember, I sat here and said, I can't wait to play Gears of War on my PlayStation. That's going to happen. That is going to happen. Now, is it going to happen tomorrow? Nope. Is it going to happen next year? Probably not. Is it going to happen in 2021? Yeah, you can start looking for that to start happening because they're already laying the groundwork for, and both of them are. Phil Spencer has been meeting with Sony, and I'm talking about he's at the executive level meeting with those guys, trying to get Game Pass on to the trying to let Sony understand what it is about and what it's not. And again, people in the Sony community will say, well, that's going to compete against PSN. It's not going to compete against PSN because one, it's just going to be, Sony can say we just want first party games. So don't give us Game Pass. It's just like you call Netflix, and you can call Netflix and say, I want the $14.99 package, and I want to be able to have this on multiple screens. Or you can say, I just want it on one screen. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with Netflix. You're just going to choose that. So at the end of the day, Microsoft's Xbox, not Microsoft the company. The Xbox brand is a separate thing outside of Microsoft, which means they want it everywhere. Like I heard Next Gen 720 say on Twitter yesterday, and it was a good analogy. They don't care about holding the trophy up above their heads. They want to be the group of people that hands you the trophy to do that. As long as they got their hand on the trophy, they're good. Okay, because they look at there's enough for everybody to eat out here. So now Sony does not have that demeanor. Sony wants to dominate its competition. That's just the way they are. Okay, and that's no different than, you don't want to give, and you have the people saying, well, it's good for the consumer. I disagree with that. As soon as I can go somewhere else, it's like if I make ice cream and I drive around an ice cream truck and you have to come to my truck to get my ice cream. Okay, then all of a sudden, I decide, I strike a deal with, I don't know, Pablo III. And Pablo III has 5 corner stores. And he says, I want you to put your ice cream in my store and you'll get 70% of the profit and I'll take 30. And I agree to that. Now, when I drive around in my ice cream truck, guess what? I devalued my own ice cream. Okay, I devalued it overnight because the people can say, well, I don't have to wait in line at your truck. I can go to Pablo III's store and get your same ice cream. And guess what? They would be 100% correct. So what I would have to do is say, I would have to renegotiate that and say, okay, Pablo, instead of you getting all 10 of my flavors in your store, I'm going to give you 2. I'm going to give you 2 flavors of my ice cream because these other ones, like the ones that I don't move a whole lot of. You see what I'm saying? That's what Microsoft needs to do. But they're not doing that. Because they're devaluing their own console. So what you have seen overnight, you have seen guys like Crap Gamer get into it with guys like Code Eastwood. They've gotten into it. Not like they're at each other's throats, but you have one who thinks that this is a great idea. You have one that thinks this is sorry. I said before, I think this is a sorry idea. I'm recommending everybody who has an Xbox just go get a PC. And please don't tell me it's too hard. Because it's not. Is it a little more work? Yes. But the reward is so great. Lincoln, how's that Oculus? Brother, I saw that stream. So, and this will take care of the whole graphic. When the whole mess with Anthem just happened, Anthem is fake 4K on both the Xbox X and the PlayStation. Okay. Now look, I don't care. You know me. I don't care if it's native, dynamic, or checkerboard. It's all hitting the mark at some point. But it performs a lot better on the PlayStation. And in matter of fact, the guy that did the review for Digital Foundry said he preferred the PlayStation version because of the performance. It performed better. I mean, that's what he said. What's up, Carlos? So if when Digital Foundry says that, and you got fake 4K, because remember, it was the Xbox Community, they called dynamic and checkerboarding, they called that fake 4K back in 2016. Okay. Oh, the Pro's not powerful enough. The Pro can't do this. It can't do that. You all remember that. But that's a smack in the face. I mean, that is how many games now this year that are performing better on the PlayStation. It's like all the multi-plats. Ace Combat, Resident Evil, Anthem. I think there was another one. And it wouldn't shock me if Devil May Cry performed better on that comes out. When does that come out? Does that come out Tuesday? Does Devil May Cry come out Tuesday? So, I mean, I can't remember. And I'm not a big Devil May Cry fan. So, shout out to the PC community on Switch. I'm sorry, my God. On Steam. The person is sharing the game. He already has bought that game, so I can download it. But I like that Metro because I like killing those rats. So, I'll just keep playing Metro. But yeah, so it's that's what Microsoft is doing, guys. They're just a brand outside of themselves. Now, are they damage controlling? Yeah, they're damage controlling. I for the life of me do not understand why somebody would buy an Xbox at this point when you can just pay, like I said, you can. So an Xbox One X is $399. A gaming PC, a decent one with I don't know, let's give you a 1060. Okay, let's put a 1060 in your computer. Let's put that card that I just showed you into your computer. The case, the RAM, let's just give you 8 gigabytes of RAM. You're looking at about $550. So I'm just letting you guys know. So Digital Foundry didn't update, and they said they changed the frame rate to be locked. Now they perform better on PlayStation, but they changed it. Xbox were complaining. Well, again, yeah, that doesn't shock me, but it's always all right. The PlayStation's games are performing better. Multi-plat games. Okay, they're performing better than the Xbox. With it, Xbox again is brute forcing 4K. It is taking a hit. It's taking a toll on the frame rate. So, but you got this one guy who always leaves this statement that says, it said the Xbox X is native 4K, therefore making you a better gamer. And then people had to correct him and say, it's not native 4K, it's dynamic. And again, I don't care that it's dynamic 4K, I mean, but you got these people that don't understand that. Guys like Widowmaker who are afraid to come on the podcast because he knows he knows what'll happen to him. I will drag him up and down the keyboard. Speaking of that, does anybody know a place where I can go get an RGB keyboard? I don't think I want an RGB mouse. I just, I don't use my mouse because I don't game with the mouse and keyboard. I just want a decent looking keyboard because my computer lights up. It's red. So I just want a keyboard that kind of matches that. So, but that's the future of Xbox. They're going to have a streaming device, guys. I mean, and I'm not here to say it's going to be terrible. I hope it works. They're going to have a console. Excuse me. They're going to have a console that that's more powerful than the X come out as well. It's going to probably be between 6.5 and 7.4 T-flops, which I don't know what graphics card that puts it in. Please don't ask me. That's too much work. At the end of the day, the Xbox community, the reason why they're saying it's a good deal, okay, I don't care if they would have put this on a Insignia television set. They would have said that was a good deal. They'd much rather have Xbox out than Xbox not out. That's what it comes down to. Okay, it doesn't matter because to them it says Xbox and it's the better brand. And you all really got to understand that it's no different than I've said this before. It's no different than people who have an iPhone, even though you can go to them and say, look, Android has more phones, Android has more apps, Android has more free apps. Android's phones it's bigger in the market. Even though you can say that to them, they'll say, but I love my iPhone. And it's the same with this. Look, you can go to them and say PlayStation has better quality games, arguably. You can say PlayStation has more games. They do. You can say PlayStation is the biggest brand around the world. It is. They're not going to change. So they say it's consumer friendly, at which I call bullshit on those people. Anybody who thinks driving down the value of your console is a good idea, that's not good. But the way they look at it is that, well, it's consumer friendly because more people get to play. And again, I call bullshit because these are the same people that were mocking the Nintendo Switch just 6 months ago. Hell, 6 weeks ago, they were mocking it. And remember what they said when it came out. Oh, there's no third-party support. Wah. There's no, it's just, we can go on and on and on about their hypocrisy, and they are hypocrites, but they walk around, they're millennials. Millennials are hypocrites by nature. So they walk around they don't care that they're hypocrites. That's the whole thing. They got no shame. They're more concerned with Xbox being open, being able to go to the store and buy an Xbox. And that's why they're like, and so their new narrative, you want to look for a narrative, okay? Their new narrative is going to be, well, Xbox is doing this and Nintendo's doing this, and Sony, you're over there doing your own thing. But they won't say anything about Xbox having a paywall. Like, that's the truth. That is the truth, because now Xbox gets more things out, Xbox can sell more, therefore Xbox makes more money, therefore Xbox has more games. That's their entire thing. They're really worried about Xbox closing down. They just are. And they have a massive inferiority complex, okay? So, and it is what it is. So, it is. That's why I call bullshit on them, and I'm talking about the ones who ran their mouths. At least Red Dragon told the truth. They didn't move enough units. Jay Fonz told the truth. They didn't move enough units. So, but yeah, Carlos, you're right. They got some cheddar butter biscuit eating moist ass sips over there, and they're going to change. If Xbox came out and said that they were going to put games on the PlayStation, they'd be happy about that. Make no mistake about it. Because remember, their pride took a huge hit last week. When all that shit was breaking. That's why you saw, well, I'm not in a lot of their windows anyway, but I could imagine what guys like Dealer Gaming and Colt Eastwood and all those cats were saying. Because I just think it's to a point now where Mr. Jabba Jabba the Hod himself, So, but next gen is right. They made it about Microsoft's money, and because they're afraid Microsoft is going to go out of business. So, the other two consoles, the Lockhart for Xbox is going to be more powerful than the X, and then the big one, the Anaconda. So I guess that's what it's called. Now it could be separate. The Lockhart may be the big one. I don't know. So I said, don't at me with bullshit of, well, you said that's the name of the wrong console or whatever. I'm just, there's 3 consoles coming. One allegedly is called Maverick. That's a streaming device that should be coming out here pretty soon. And I'm interested in that because I'm interested in streaming. I'm more interested in the Google device. So, Alienware. Yeah, I may look into some Alienware. Like I said, Donald Trump gave me my tax refund. I'm a black man with a little money. I got one hand in my pocket. And the other hand skimming a taxi. I think that's what my girl Alanis Morissette said. You all need to listen to Alanis Morissette's album, Jagged Little Pill. That was like my theme song during college, you know. So that girl was mad as hell. So I mean, she was. So, but yeah. So any questions or thoughts or anything? So one is going to be diskless, yeah, and I think that's the Maverick. So get what at Walmart there, Big Cloud. So I mean, it's tough being the leader of the Xbox community, but that ultimately, is there a civil war? Somebody asked me that. Okay, is there a civil war in the Xbox community? Not really. Look, you have people that are traditional gamers, and those people are upset at the direction Xbox is going. Again, like I said, there's not a doubt in my mind that the people that are playing that want traditional gaming, they're going to jump to PlayStation. I mean, I was shocked when I heard Next Gen say on Twitch yesterday's Twitch stream that you know, there's going to be a few games he gets on the Xbox, but all his multiplex is just going to get on the PlayStation because they're going to be the same. And I'm just letting you guys know right now, it's not going to matter if one of these devices is 12.6 and the other one is 10.8. Okay, because as long as they can do 4K 60, it won't matter. It won't matter. Okay, as long as they can both do high graphics. I mean, what can the all right? I mean, what can the what can the 1080 Ti do that the 1070 Ti can't do? Really? Because they both do 4K. They both do, you know, they can both do 4K native. They can both do 1800p. They can both play the games at 60 FPS. All right. I mean, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure the 1070 can do 4K. Okay, as you flip that to the AMD side, the Vega 64 can do the exact same things as the 1070 and the 1080 can do. So it just can. So it's not Atlantis Morissette, it's Atlantis. Yeah, that Alanis Morissette was my jam. Jagged Little Pill, ladies and gentlemen. I recommend you listen to that, especially when you're working out. When you're working out and you listening to that shit, you will just work out. So that girl brought some, I mean, they dropped some she has some hip hop beats and everything. She's a good singer. So maybe the Anaconda will be an Xbox. No, and again, they are embarrassed. Let me tell you this: them having to go to the Nintendo Switch. And that's embarrassing for them. They're embarrassed. I mean, when you look at Twitter, people are just. I mean, that's why they said that's why they said you guys are toxic. That's why they said that. Okay, they up there threatening people with sexual assault and everything. I mean, they're going crazy. So 1080 Ti can push higher frame rates, higher frames while maintaining a higher resolution and higher graphics. Okay, but it still does the same thing. My point is that a game that's on a 1070 Ti, it can run at 4K 60. It can do that now. It can. Now, will it dip below 60 more than a 1080? Of course. But these consoles are not going to do that. These consoles will not do it. And there's still going to be some 30 FPS games, okay? These JRPGs are not going to change. I really hope they let us do if Sony, if you're listening, if I can sit down with Gorilla, Naughty Dog, and they say, how can we improve our games? I would say, look, give us a 1440p option with an unlocked frame rate. That's what I would say to them with high graphical settings. That's what I would say because that's what I'm playing my PC games on. I'd rather be at an unlocked frame rate, which will put me somewhere between, I don't know, 40. I'll be at 48. Sometimes I'll be at 79. It's just fun. It's just really fun. So it's really hard to describe. And there is a big difference between 60 and 30. There's nothing wrong with 30, though. But when I play Horizon Zero Dawn, it's going to feel like I'm playing in mud until I get used to the speed of the game again. So, Forgiven was your favorite? Cool. Why are they embarrassed? They were so happy about surviving together. Well, Adam, again, that's embarrassing for them because that's not what they planned. I mean, you go back, this is when I was on Scumcast. I said, can you tell me when in 2013 Microsoft said they were going to put games on their competitors' devices? They were like, well, that was so long ago and things changed. Yeah, you got your ass kicked. That's what changed. That's why Jay Fonz came on there and said, look, they're doing this because they didn't move enough consoles. And they would not admit that. Well, things change. You know, things change. I mean, it's did you all ever see the movie Varsity Blues? Did you all see that? That one girl was saying that things change, Mox. Things change. I mean, what the hell, man? You know. All right, Carlos is saying even a AMD RX 580 can do 4K 60 on high settings. There are multiple. Really? Oh, Carlos, what games though? 4K 60? I thought that was a 4K 30 card. It was a little bit better than the 480 AMD, but I didn't think that was a 4K 60 card. I'm sure there's some games that I could put in 4K though, 60. Some of the old games. Well, Mass Effect, I can play that at well, see, that's the thing. I wanted to ask somebody. If my game is outputting at 1080p, but I put it on my 4K TV, it's still my output is still 1080p, but my upscale is to 4K. Is that am I still correct about that, or because it's a PC, it's still going to output the 1080p? Can somebody answer that? So you had one, the Vega 64 ruined your PC. What happened to it, Carlos? Yeah, what happened to it, brother? So 30 Horizons. Yeah, I'm not gonna complain about 30 FPS because when the game is built for that, it's fine. Witcher, 30 FPS. And I love it. I'll probably play that later today. But yeah, I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying it's different. It's just a different way. They need more salt in their meal. Yeah, they're upset. I mean, I've seen it. So it's still 1080p, upscale to 4K. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought, the Almighty Spartan God. That's cool. And that's fine. But I've played when shout out to the PC community again. When that guy modded, I mean, this guy actually he stayed home and he modded my computer so that I could play the Mass Effect games with the gamepad on PC. And that's amazing. That's amazing that somebody would take time out to do that. And I've got nothing but respect and love for the PC community because they actually do care. And he said, don't put his name out there. Just give the PC community a shout out. He didn't ask for any money. He just wanted me to be able to enjoy the games. And that is amazing. So that's something that's why I say to people, man, do not let what's going on in the Xbox community ruin your gaming experience, because you got guys out there that did that. You got guys out there like J-Dub that had done nothing but good things for the community. I mean, King Thrash, they give codes away and things like that. You got people that play their games like Titanfall Princess. You don't just sit around and people have asked me, well, how come I haven't been podcasting? Well, I've been playing my games. You know, now because I got to learn how to use the OBS software, and I said that earlier. That way I can stream the game on the PC, and you all can watch it. So, and because you cannot, at least I've not figured out. Well, I can stream it on Twitch, but I don't know how many of you all belong to my Twitch channel. So, yeah. So Xbox having damage control pocket. Yeah, they are, and they're going to. And this is why I said to you all last week, you can just put your feet up and enjoy it. Because that's why I started listening to Xbox podcasts. I've listened to Crossfire and listened to the damage control and the whining and all that stuff. And again, if you look at the end of the day, they are afraid that their console experience is going bye-bye. And it is. And in real life, to keep it 100% funky, it is. Look, do you really think Xbox after the Anaconda is going to, or Microsoft after Anaconda is going to put out another console? They're not. I can tell it's March. Okay, I can tell you now. There's going to be 2 PlayStation SKUs in its next generation. So you're going to get your base PS5 that comes out, and then about 30 months later, you're going to get a PS5 Plus or whatever you want to call it, PS5 Pro Plus or whatever, and it's going to be more powerful than the Anaconda. That's why, shout out to Lou Waffle, shout out to him. That's why he said that to me. He's like, look, I don't know why people are thinking that the new Xbox is going to be more powerful. So it's just PlayStation. PlayStation is going to put their PS5 out after Xbox puts out its console. It's whatever console, Lockhart or something like that. My understanding, and this could change, is that PlayStation is going to put their console out after that. That way they can say, we have the most powerful console. They're not going to market it like that, but they'll say it's more powerful. If that will get into the trades and stuff like that. Sony's not going to push that narrative, all right? But they're going to let people know. Then Xbox will come out with Anaconda, and then about a year after that, PlayStation's coming out with a second SKU. And even if it's 1 T-flop more, which, again, it won't make a difference because like Jemiah Dixon said, once you get to 60, it don't matter if you're at 70 or 75 or 80. You're above 60. So, yes, they are. They've been eating so much crow, Andrew, that it's been delicious today. I got a big old box of Popeye's chicken the other day. Matter of fact, it was Wednesday. And I listened to an Xbox podcast and just listened to them Damage Control. So it was great. Next thing I know, I was out of chicken. I had 11 pieces of chicken. I ate like 6 pieces listening to the Damage Control. So the new Xbox will do just a little bit more. Well, it's the newer Xboxes are. Yeah, they are. I mean, they're going to come out with 3 consoles that hits the market. It hits the consumer in 3 different spots. One will be cheaper and stream. The other one will be a little bit more expensive, maybe have a little more power to it. And then the Anaconda is the monster. But that's it. That's Phil Spencer's swan song. He'll have a deal in place with Nintendo. He'll have possibly a deal locked in with Sony for Game Pass, and then he'll walk away. He'll be done with it. He's fine because for him, he'll say, "Look, I was able to put." And King Thrash is right. There's a reason why Xbox's studios got renamed. There's a reason why that happened. Now, the Xbox community is too stupid to realize it, but there's a reason why that happened. So, well, I still got like 3 pieces left. So, and I love Popeye's chicken. I eat it that's my first time this year I had it. I hadn't had it in months. No, I take that back. I had it in late February, early February. So, Sea of Thieves, and the PlayStation, the Xbox community and the Nintendo community will play that game to death. Trust me. As soon as those Nintendo players come online, they'll play it because that's what they want to do, guys. I mean, I'm old school. The first online game I played was Diablo 3 on the PC. So that's where online gaming was born for me. After that, I played Forsaken. After Forsaken, I played Descent. After Descent, it was Ghost Recon. Then I bought a PlayStation 1, and I was like, bye-bye to the PC. The PC to me became more about email. It was more business-like. Okay? Then, I'm walking into these stores, and I'm seeing these PCs with these different color palettes and mouses that are lighting up. I'm like, what do we got? What is this? And then you learn, you have to buy this for the PC. And it is a pain in the ass, but you got to try to stay. What I was told to do is try to stay 2 years up or 2 down. So my graphics card came out. It was made in 2017. So any game that came out before 2017, I can run that bad boy like a monster, like a boss. Any game in 2017, I can run that game pretty much like a boss. 2018, probably going to start taking a little hit And then 2019, yeah, I got to turn some stuff down with my graphics card. So now I have to go out and get another graphics card, which is fun. I'm not complaining about that. That's why I'm really looking at either, but it's cheaper to get a CPU. So I need to look at the 2600 with the 580 with some of these games and see what what I'm able to get, and then go from there. Go from there. So didn't Ironwood say Microsoft changed their name to World back in? I may have. I don't know. I can't remember. I think the Anaconda is just a pre-built PC with free Win 10. That's what they all are. That's what they all are. So I mean that's what all these consoles are. They're just miniature PCs. So consoles can do 4K 60 upscale or whatever. Yeah, Jemai, and I think that's what we're going to get. And I think, yeah, you may have one console that, but look, even you brought up those two, Andrew, even they were saying on Crossfire that even if the Xbox is more powerful, that they conceded that there will be very little to no difference in the games. It's like that. I mean, you got right now, PlayStation is less powerful, but it's getting better performance on most of these multi-plat games. Now, does the Xbox X look better? Yeah, the games that really stood out to me was Assassin's Creed Origins. When I saw Origins on the Xbox compared to the PlayStation, yeah, I'm not stupid. I can see there was a difference. So, but because the Xbox has dynamic 4K, so the least it would drop to was still higher than the PlayStation Pro, and this is why I thought that PlayStation should have just went. And this is anybody. And I thought the mid-gen consoles would do 1440p 60 frames a second. That's what, because the PlayStation can do that. It can do that. So, and to me, that's what it should do. That's what it should do. So, because there ain't nothing wrong with 14. Look, I'm playing all my games at 1440p on PC, and I don't have a 1440p monitor. I give it to the TV. The TV does it for me. So, and at this point, you got guys making Xbox videos because they're trying to, they're trying to keep the Xbox relevant, and it's not. Shout out to Matt's Gaming. He did a 40-minute video on Xbox being relevant or not. I mean, you could have heard that in his voice. He was just like, well, you know, you know, because they're out of reasons now. They're out of reasons to buy one. So the Almighty Spartan God, confidence that Corey Master, you're playing all games at 1440p. I'm not in a rush for 4K. You get it 1440p 60 with ultra settings. You're buying the 2 HDR rated. Yeah, I mean, I want an HDR a 1440p monitor, but there's one that's Paladin making. I think it's Paladin. It's 27 inches, so it would look ghetto sitting on my desk though. So I might as well just keep running it through. I'm just gonna keep until I get a gaming chair, which that's what I actually need is a gaming chair. You know, matter of fact, there's one for $84 on Amazon, and I may go ahead and buy that today. I don't know. So Microsoft will change their name to Nintendo America. That's why Reggie retired. There's some people say that Reggie's going to be put in charge of one of Microsoft studios that to help oversee the transition of Microsoft's games going onto the Nintendo Switch. That's a rumor, though, guys. That's a rumor. So. Dirt Rally. PS4 Pro versus Xbox One, Xbox. See, the Digital Foundry next generation is going to take a major loss because the games are going to look and run the same. So you play at 1440p as well. Don't really care about 4K. Yeah, I mean, right now, I can play Assassin's Creed Odyssey at 4K, lock it at 30 FPS, and play in high settings, but I'm choosing not to do that. So, what's up, KIOP 901? What's happening? Well, and Andrew, nobody cares at this point, man. That's why. I mean, everybody knows that they lie about stuff. So what do you? I mean, do you want people to do videos and say, "Well, this guy lied, and this girl lied, and this"? I mean, at this point, everybody who is in the gaming community, what do you all call it? The YouTube gaming streets. That's you all's name for it. I think that's gay as hell, but that's the name you all gave it. So if of course they're going to lie. You know, they're going to lie. This is who they are. So we gotta, you know, it is what it is. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that nobody's gonna spend 15 to 30 minutes making videos about them lying. So there should be a $3.99 SKU and a pop maybe. So yeah, the whole X gonna give it to you. Yeah, that's that. When somebody hacked that account and said that something's running better on the PlayStation than it is the Xbox, and therefore X is not gonna give it to you, or I forgot where that came from. That shit was funny as hell. So I'm going to the Digital Foundry video about this Dirt Rally, which nobody cares about. I mean, who plays Dirt Rally? I mean, oh, I ain't gonna lie, it actually looks pretty damn good. So, so, so
the different console versions compare in terms of the frame rate, performance, and resolution, and the visual differences. There's a big point in there, especially when it comes to the PS4 Pro versus X. Just because, generally speaking, I can expect the most adherent lock to 4K, and that's pretty much what I got. Now, if we go straight into the resolutions here, basically what you're getting here is a true 3840 by 2160 as an upper bound on a dynamic res scaler. Now, in the worst case, I've seen it go down to about 1800p. That's 3200 by 1800.
All right, so that's dynamic 4K. Okay, that is dynamic 4K. That's fake 4K. All right, so let's just, you know, it is what it is. I'm not saying that it's bad, but for all these people, all they're going to do is turn around and say what? It's better on that. Dude, it's fake 4K, you know. So it's let's see here. Wow. Unbelievable. So this is a driving game, and they couldn't even get 4K on it. So what's the say?
1080p. Now I had to check this several times. Getting there is 1080p. If we move over to the PS4 Pro version, what we get, it isn't that. It isn't that at all. What you're getting there is 1080p. Now I had to check this several times. I was in just as much disbelief as you might be, but from every track I've tried, it is 1920 by 1080 as the upper bounds. You could assume there is a dynamic res scaler in there on the PS4 Pro, but it doesn't deviate from that in my experience. It kind of locks at 1080p, which you kind of expect, given how much power you'd expect there to be left on tap with the console.
And there you go. So the Pro is 1080p, and the Xbox is dynamic 4K, or as they like to say, fake 4K. And again, I'm not gonna play. I didn't know that game was out. So shout out to everybody who buys it. So yeah, hopefully Ryan the Professional sends me an invite to that, and I can get that. So yeah, it's dynamic 4K or fake 4K, as people have been saying. I mean, again, the whole thing about the resolution is that if it was that big of a deal, can somebody explain this to me? This is a basic question about resolution. If resolution was such a big deal, if it was a system seller, why is the Nintendo Switch and the PS4, why is PlayStation's gap with Xbox getting bigger, and why is Nintendo's gap with Xbox closing? And both of those consoles are the weaker of the two. Okay? There's your question right there. That should tell you about resolution. So, but yeah, but shout out to everybody. So yeah, I still X gonna give it to you. So it's fake 4K. So any more questions or comments or anything before I actually have to get dressed and go to the store and get some stuff. So if not, I'm gonna get on up out of here. So so just asking. So yeah, I got to figure out this OBS setting and everything. So I'm gonna do that. So, but all right then, guys. If there are no questions, that's the future of Xbox. They're gonna have 3 devices, and shout out to them for the 3 devices. And people can check them out or just shrug their shoulders. I'm looking forward to the streaming device. I want to see how that competes against Project Yeti for Google that they may announce. It's March 1st. And so there you go. But all right, guys, like I said, look for me on the PlayStation streaming later. I don't know if it'll be Witcher or it may be Witcher. I don't know. But it'll be later on today. I do want to get OBS started. So am I going to buy another? No, I'm not buying another Xbox again. So there's no reason to. I'm looking to get another CPU. I may get that today. I may see how much they'll charge me to put an RBG fan in the computer. I'm just, what's up, Sid? So yeah, I'm liking Witcher 3. I still got plenty of time. I mean, I still got to do the DLCs on that one again, and so I still probably have over 30 hours left on that. I am getting towards the end of the first Mass Effect game, so I may be able to, if the fangs come out, I can finish Mass Effect today. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing. So, due to the 3000 series from AMD is not far away. Well, again, you can get the 2600 CPU, Ryzen CPU, for $154. And I highly recommend that CPU. Especially over the i5, and pretty much it's going to give you a lot of the same performance as an i7 on a lot of the games, but totally up to you. I know you got to pay the cost to be the boss. So I totally respect the man that wants to go out there and drop that kind of coin, or a woman, because there's woman gamers too. So yeah, the Ryzen 3000 is not far away. You're right. And maybe that's why the 2600 series and 2700 and 2700X is coming down in price. That could be why. I'm not saying that you got a good point. So, but is there going to be that big of a difference in the first 3000 series and the 2700X? Probably not. Maybe the second, maybe they're like a 3000, say they do a 3020 or something like that, you may see something different. Intel about to change the game again. Oh, well, they need to do something because AMD is kicking their ass right now, Carlos. I mean, they are kicking their ass. So, but all right then, guys, I'm going to jump on off here. Hopefully I'll be on RGT later on. I get the invite. And yeah, I'll be on there. Hopefully that'll be a good time. I'm sure there'll be some good topics to talk about. And I like going in there code and then just looking at the topics. So, it is what it is. It is what it is. So, PORCHLYtE, they got something up here. So, the Sony Shield non-game scrub, his channel. Now, the people that are saying game streaming is the future are the same people that said Xbox X will outsell the PS4 because it had the best versions of the multiplats. Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I got to give PORCHLYtE he got that one, so that was pretty cool. So, but all right then, guys, I'm gonna get on off here. Foxy Games UK saying that The Last of Us 2 comes to a PS4 near you in October with a question mark, and Horizon Zero Dawn keeps on selling. Apparently, Horizon Zero Dawn has sold 10 million copies. Shout out to Horizon Zero Dawn. So, and Xbox Game Pass is a PC and Nintendo Switch. Yeah, well, we know it's coming to PC because that Satya Nadella said it was coming. So, all right then, guys, that's it. I'm going to get on off here. I hope you all have a good day. I do need to run around to the store and get me something to swig because it's Friday and I'm thirsty and I'm a grown man and I need to drink something. So, all right then, guys, I will talk to you later. I'll be streaming later on. Hopefully, you do something called OBS or on the PlayStation. Take it easy, guys. Peace out.